Joining me now is Republican Congresswoman Paulina Luna. She's a member of the House Foreign Affairs Committee. Congresswoman, thank you very much for being here. We know that President Trump has said that he has a strong relationship with world leaders, including Mr. Putin. Certainly, he could use that relationship with Mr. Putin to put pressure on the Russian leader to attend the talks with President Zelensky. Do you think that's a possibility?
I don't think that he needs to apply any pressure. As you saw a couple of days ago, President Trump put out a Truth Social post where he actually encouraged those peace talks to happen and actually stated explicitly that President Putin did want to permanently have a peace deal with Ukraine. And so I have faith in President Trump. Remember, President Trump also recently acknowledged the new leader of Syria and has been encouraging peace in the Middle East as well as with Israel. And so I do think, and I'm cautiously optimistic, that he will be able to finalize this. And remember, there is Ukraine fatigue in the United States in regards to funding. We obviously have to focus on issues here at home. And so I share the same sentiment with the president in that we want peace. We will continue to encourage those peace talks as well.
You talk about Ukraine fatigue. Do you think that President Trump's own support for President Zelensky is wavering?
I don't think that after what happened with Zelensky's behavior in the White House, anyone would support that type of behavior. First and foremost, Zelensky has gone by over the last couple of years to include campaigning against President Trump. And Ukraine alone had a list that came out where they actually named now Vice President J.D. Vance on their list of problem children that they did not want to deal with. And so I would say that Ukraine, in the way that they've behaved, especially on the international stage and at the White House, was unacceptable. But I'd also like to go a step further in that I actually went and met with the Ukrainian delegation, their parliament in Poland, actually about 2 years ago now. And what they told me they were planning on doing with the equipment that we were giving them after the war was unacceptable. There were talks that they were going to create a mercenary army, which is something that obviously I do not support. I don't think many of my colleagues would support that either. And so remember, there's no issue with peace. I think that anyone in their right mind would want that. I think, after getting back from both Romania and Moldova, areas in the surrounding countries of Ukraine also want peace. And so if Zelensky is going to truly put his people first, then he will be at those discussions. And I have faith in President Trump in negotiating with President Putin that he will be there as well.
Now, turning to another section of the globe, Congresswoman, the president is breaking with tradition by visiting the Middle East on his first overseas trip. What can the U.S. gain by prioritizing this region in this way?
Well, you're seeing what President Trump is doing play out on the international scene. We literally just got a deal of $1 trillion investment in the U.S. economy. And so I would say that President Trump is definitely one that knows how to, A, seal the deal, but also, two, I was actually at the White House and I saw some members of the Saudi government leaving when I was actually going in there for a meeting. And so there's many world leaders on a regular basis that are coming in and out of the United States. And I would say that, again, even just look at what he did. He actually met with the Syrian president, who's also voiced support for peace in the Middle East and specifically with Israel. And so I would say right now, especially on the world stage, having someone like President Trump in office that can bring stability to a world that was basically at each other's throat is a good thing.
Do you think the president is right to lift sanctions on Syria?
Yeah, I think that if you want to actually stabilize that region, and I actually fully intend on traveling to Syria as well in the next couple of months to meet with the president of Syria, I think that that's a start. Remember, there are a lot of good people there, and I think that being able to stabilize the region, give it a chance at success, that's the best case and best opportunity that we can do here in the United States.
Now, the Qatar Airways jet is one of the most valuable gifts ever received by the U.S. government. What is President Trump giving Qatar in return?
I would say that it wouldn't necessarily be considered a gift. President Trump's made that statement publicly known. In fact, I do believe that he actually made the legal argument for it as well. But I don't really think that it's about access. I don't think it's about anything other than he's going to be using it, returning it when he's done. And ultimately, at the end of the day, there is going to be a heavy investment from many Middle Eastern countries into the U.S. economy. But also, look, the United States government has been doing a lot of heavy lifting internationally for decades. And so I think now it's time for the rest of the world to come to the table, specifically on tariffs, and to really open up respectful discussions on those topics.
Congresswoman Paulina Luna, thank you.
God bless.